America has lost billions of dollars worth of military equipment, and it's been literally stolen by groups America was trying to support. Well, so this makes sense. Let me bring you back to the protests in Iran about 2 months ago. Those protests reportedly resulted in the deaths of about 20,000 people. But those protests were so big that the government appeared to be on the verge of being overthrown. And because the US wanted to make it easier for the government of Iran to be overthrown, Trump at the time said, quote, "We sent guns to the protesters, a lot of them." That's probably why so many protesters were killed. However, we now know that those guns the US tried sending to the protesters actually got stolen. And not just stolen, it appears they've been sold on the black market, probably to the terrorist groups that the US is trying to fight. Well, so this makes sense. The US sent these guns that were going to the protesters to the Kurds in Kurdistan. Those weapons were then meant to be smuggled across the border into Iran and given to protesters. Well, Trump, a moment ago, just came out and said, quote, "I'm not happy with what happened with the Kurds. The Kurds did not deliver the weapons." But Trump also said that the US doesn't know where those weapons have gone. He said, quote, "We'll see who has them." And so the US has somehow lost, quote, "a lot of guns." Not to mention all the other weapons that were probably sent, that were meant to be sent to the protesters as well. And so possibly tens of thousands of guns that the US provided that were meant to go to protesters have been stolen and probably sold illegally to terrorist groups that are then going to use them to fight the US. So this has all backfired because the US decided they wanted to try and help overthrow the Iranian government. Not a great look for the US, and this is really, really embarrassing. Either way though, this is stuff that you just wouldn't hear about, so leave me a follow because I cover news like this all the time.